Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is February the 10th, 2018. Strong hand, conviction. Adam Meister is Dr. Hold. All right. And of course, I'm Bitcoin Meister on Steemit and TechBalt, TechBalt on Trezor. You can find me there. Check out the notes section below for all the important links to get your Trezor ledger, t-shirts, all that stuff. I just announced I'm going to be in Los Angeles speaking on April the 17th. April the 17th, I'll be speaking in Los Angeles once again. It was so fun the first time. I'm coming back a second time. We'll talk about that later. Check out the links below for This Week in Bitcoin. That show was yesterday. It was awesome. Balaji was on from India, giving us insight about India. Andy Hoffman was just his general awesome self. And Paul was explaining the Lightning Network to us all. It was just a very diverse show, and people enjoyed it. If you like information, if you like originality, then check out the links below. This Week in Bitcoin, yesterday's show. Do check it out. I thought it was a lot of people thought it was a very interesting one. And speaking of India, Balaji said on the show, he mentioned that in the exchange Zebpay, and we're going to have to get familiar with this exchange in India. I think we're going to hear a lot about it in 2018. I think we're going to hear a lot about India in the Bitcoin ecosystem, in the cryptocurrency ecosystem in 2018. But he said that it was pumping Ripple. And sure enough, there's an article I linked to below that talks about Zebpay and the pumping of Ripple. So yeah, we were breaking stories yesterday, I guess, over there. Now, there's a guy out there named Anders. There's a few guys out there named Anders, actually. But one of the Anders that I know who travels around a lot, I mentioned his blog before. It uses a dirty name in the blog, so I can't really say it, but it's linked to below. And he does critiques of altcoins and different aspects of cryptocurrency that are somewhat controversial. And Anders contacted me before he posted this article. He wanted me to read it. It's about IOTA. And I read it. I knew right away. I was like, this is a very good article. It got very technical about IOTA. But I said, people are going to love this. And it's linked to below. It's been retweeted by a lot of people already. IOTA, it's been ripped on by a lot of people in the past for just, for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into those reasons. But his reasons, some of them are very simple reasons that are really disturbing. You can't, if you reuse an IOTA address, you can lose your funds. I mean, that's ghetto, man. What kind of cryptocurrency is that? And he goes into a lot of technical reasons why it's a lot harder to use than most of them. It's hardly no one's really using it. Hardly anyone's even playing around with it. So it's like the perfect example of this really hyped up coin where everyone's like, well, the technology is so awesome. Dude, once you start to mess around with the technology, you see how messy it is, how no one's messing around with it. And it's just a bunch of hype, and it's supposed to be for the Internet of Things. It doesn't even work for the Internet of Things yet, apparently. Read Anders's article. It's linked to below. But then there's another. Then someone else was inspired to write another IOTA article. IOTA does not scale. I linked to that also. I mean, it just shows you again. You've got these big, and again, it was being pumped because it was so cheap in price, and because people are like, Internet of Things, Internet. I mean, it's got a good gimmick, I guess. You can just throw around one simple little word, IOTA, Internet of Things, and people get excited. But when you dig into it, when you try to mess around with it, it's a cluster F. I mean, to put it nicely, it's a cluster of nonsense and just complications. And if you reuse an address, you can lose your funds. That's terrible. All right, pound that like button. Enough about altcoins for now. Oh, no, not enough about altcoins, because on one of my email addresses, I get all sorts of email. I don't even know how these people find all my email addresses, to tell you the truth. I've got a lot of email addresses. Somehow I'm on the Litecoin Foundation's newsletter all of a sudden. I'm subscribed to the Litecoin Foundation's newsletter. Well, it was interesting. So I linked to the Litecoin-foundation.org is linked to below. I know there are a lot of Litecoin freaks out there. So if you want to learn more about Litecoin, you can sign up for their newsletter there and check out the Litecoin Foundation and learn how to promote Litecoin, because that's what the Litecoin Foundation does, I guess. Not I guess. That's what they do. The benefits of being bilingual, I talked about in when I visited Korea. I said there were a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities out there for people who could speak Korean and English. And there was a Quartz article that I linked to below, how one Korean trader used LinkedIn to skirt the law on arbitraging cryptocurrency prices. Okay, I don't recommend doing everything that was said in this article, okay? It involves people taking advantage of the price of Bitcoin being quite high in Korea compared to the United States back in December. And it does, but what it boils down to is if you knew English and you knew Korean, you were in good shape. They were using English teachers as part of their little network of taking advantage of the Korean premium. But I'm not saying to do what they did. I'm saying to do what I have said in in past articles. I mean, especially if you're an altcoin pumper, you can pump your altcoin there if you know Korean. So bilingualism pays off in the real world there. So if you are a Korean who speaks English, and you should get into cryptocurrency. All right. So so by the way, how long people are saying we're in a bear market. I mean, to me, when I think of bear market, I think about 2 years. I think about 2014 and 2015. I mean, Bitcoin wasn't going anywhere. Okay, it was just going down. It was total negativity for 2 freaking years. So people are like, oh, this bear market has how long has this so-called bear market that we're in lasted? Since December? I mean, calm down, people. Think long term. I don't even consider it again. So yeah, the price of Bitcoin in terms of dollars, yeah, it got cut in half. Whatever. It'll be back. How long will it take? I don't think it's going to take 2 years, people. 2 years will be 2020. Think long term. Don't get caught up in these terminologies and obsessed with what's a bear market, what's not a bear market, how long, how much it's gone down in dollars. Again, try to get more Bitcoin. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Someone asked me before the show started where I am. I am in Taipei. This is my last day in Taipei. I fly out of here like in 5 hours or so. Cleaning up this Airbnb, and I'm going to be in Darwin, Australia for the next until March the 4th. And then March the 5th, I will be in Johannesburg, South Africa, and that's going to be rocking. So if you're in Darwin, let's hang out. But so yes, right now I'm in Taipei for a few more hours, then I'm in Darwin to answer another question people have been asking me a lot, but I thought I made it clear in the past. I prefer the Trezor over the Ledger, okay? I have Trezor products, I have Ledger products, I have a digital Bitbox. I like the Trezor from talking with clients, from talking with people who deal with their own clients. Trezor is better. Okay, you can make up your own mind, but I prefer the Trezor, and I know other people who prefer the Trezor too. It doesn't give people as much stress, create as much stress situations as I have heard about. And I don't want to start. I'm sure Ledger is great also, but from many people I've spoken, many people agree with me. But hey, go your own way, as they say. You can go your own way. All right. So this guy, NoPara73, has an article about Bitcoin, the way the people, second layer people, developers are working on making Bitcoin more anonymous. Okay. And it's a complex article. I linked to it below. If you're a tech person, you'll like it. But it's good to know people are working on this. You have to understand when you compare Bitcoin to these altcoins, there's so many more people experimenting with Bitcoin, working on ways of making it more anonymous, making it faster, doing all sorts of cool things, building upon it. So this is just another example of that, and I link to that below. But everyone always likes to talk about anonymous coins, and then I say to them, well, you know what Monero is, they'll be able to do with Bitcoin one day. Well, they're working on that. They're working on that. Okay. But hey, I'm still excited that all of us Bitcoin holders are going to get B private. I'm excited about that. I got to start hyping that up some more, because that's the February 28th. And we haven't heard from Bittrex yet, have we? We haven't heard from Trezor yet. We got to put pressure on them. And I really got to get my act together and make some videos about that. Put pressure on me to do that, people. Remind me. All right. Here is a tweet from Eric Finman. And it's linked to below. Society says, go $40,000 into debt at the beginning of your adult years. What could go wrong? Society says, so what? You can't afford to live after college? Just put everything on credit. Society also says, stay away from Bitcoin. Don't throw your money away like that. Don't listen to society. Seriously, people, don't listen to the 80%. Listen, don't go with the flow there. You got to go your own way and think about life. If you follow that cookie cutter machine lifestyle, you're just going to end up a cog in the machine. Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine. All right. Yeah, Pink Floyd can be pretty good. Pound that like button. But I don't agree with him on all his politics. When I would say him, I mean Roger. And I mean the Roger of Pink Floyd. Anyway, so people who care so much about the price. But Pink Floyd was a great band, though. Very good band. Very, very, very good songs. And you can make your own meaning out of a lot of their songs there. Deep songs. All right. I want to remind everyone, so many of you were complaining back when Bitcoin was worth so much, when it was worth 19,000. It's too expensive. So it's on sale. So where are you big talkers? Are you buying it up? Or, are you just talking a big game? Put your money where your mouth is. Come on, people. You can talk the talk. Can you walk the walk now? Because this is the time to walk the walk, when it's on sale, baby. So remember, people, to pound that like button, subscribe to this channel, check out the notes section below. But that's it. I want to get out of here. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. I'll say hello to you guys in the chat. Have a great, hopefully I'll get one of these out soon enough. It'll be a little hectic going from airport to airport, continent to continent. Bye-bye.